Hello, and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. It's getting very interesting. We have some strong upside here today on the Bitcoin chart. We've got across the market some strong upside. Note, however, that Bitcoin did that a few times here recently. Those rallies were always in a corrective fashion. They were always, basically you could call them fake outs, right? So what we want to do in this video, just take a look at the latest price action, and I want to highlight to you the potential and the risk here, for Bitcoin. Obviously, Bitcoin did hold support, so overall the trend is still up. So any rallies from here shouldn't surprise anyone. I hope I have been crystal clear that the trend is up, and any pullbacks, of course, can be opportunities in an overall uptrend. But the idea here is very clearly that we so far are on the upside, right? It can still go down all the way to, first of all, 24,940 if it needs a deeper correction, or maybe even 21,550. But as long as it's holding these support areas in two different setups, there are two different scenarios here how it can play out. But as long as especially 21,550 is holding, the focus is on higher. While I would personally prefer a lower pullback or a stronger pullback for Bitcoin to get a clear bottom structure, it's not a done deal that we get it. As I highlighted yesterday, made that, don't want to say warning, but I highlighted obviously that because we are here in a correction and in a possible diagonal, now that's not a diagonal anymore, but because it looked like a diagonal where you have to deal with corrective structures, which we have to deal with here anyway, even though it's not a diagonal, but then opinions can change quickly in a correction. Best to be focused on the key pivots, the support areas, and as long as they hold, the trend is up. I wanted to do a bit of a wave count change up here just to highlight to you the bullish and the bearish potential here and what needs to happen so we can confirm a breakout. Let's be very honest here. If Bitcoin does another strong pullback, a lot of the altcoins will probably suffer. So for the altcoins, and let's say 95% of trade setups that I have posted over the last couple of weeks, which are all basically on the long side, it would be really good for Bitcoin not to get another deep pullback. It's just that structurally, this correction looks a bit unfinished, but it is what it is. And it would be good for the majority of altcoins that have been deep in support in the last few days and that are now rallying a little bit today. It would be good if Bitcoin doesn't make another deep pullback. That's, maybe one more low would be ideal. But obviously it's not a done deal we get it. It's also not a done deal that we break out from here. So let's talk about the different scenarios that we have here. With the latest price structure, how does this correction look like? So I would still like to keep the wave one here at this high, which was on the 20th of March. Since then, I think we have a potential that we came down in an A wave. So you see a 3-wave move down in a wave A. And we could say this here is currently the B wave top, and we come down in a C wave still. That is still a possibility because, as you can clearly see on the chart, it's a very clear 3-wave structure. You could say this was again an A wave, a B wave, and we're now rallying up in a C wave. So this could turn into an impulse, but it is a C wave, right? Or it could be a C wave. So even if we get 5 waves up for now, it is not a confirmation that a low has been made. It's just not a confirmation. That's why I just posted on Discord and Telegram what I need to see to confirm the trend has shifted to the upside due to this unfinished structure to the downside. I need to see 5 waves up, which this C wave could be, okay. But I need 3 waves down as well. I need an impulse up, which we could get, but then we need to be watching, do we hold a higher low? And if that is the case, right, if in the next deeper pullback we hold a higher low, then I can confirm the low has been made, right? And then I will start to lean strongly towards breakout. And that would be perfectly in line with a higher level scenario where we are waiting for and have been waiting for this 3rd wave rally, possibly to 35K, 40K plus. We can take a look at the target in a minute, right? So that's great. It would just be better for Bitcoin to make another deeper pullback. First of all, to get a better entry point for anybody who wants to, who missed the boat. So someone posted in the previous video that I should take this green box off the chart because anybody who didn't enter here missed the boat. Three things about that. First of all, the support area is still relevant. I might bring it or move it to the left if we make a new high, because then I think we're in a confirmed breakout. So if I have a bottom here and can confirm that, the local low, then I will move this to the left so it's out of the way, because then it's really become irrelevant. For now, we could still come down and make an alternative wave 2, so that the wave 2 didn't bottom here but there. But yeah, indeed, this was a very, very clear trade setup, entry point. I have been very clear in saying that I will be quite aggressive in this area, and that this is the significant trend reversal area that will shift probabilities from another bear market low is very likely towards, right, we are most likely seeing a rally over the coming months. If it's already the next bull run or not, that's a completely different story. It could just be an extended bear market rally or something, but I've been very clear about that, and I hope this helped a lot of people, okay? The other thing, nobody missed anything, because if the bull market is really starting, which I personally don't believe yet, but either way, I'm ignoring bearish setups at the moment because the trend is clearly up. I'm a trend trader, like to trade with the trend. Then, we're talking about 100, 125K plus, right? So nobody missed anything yet. And the people who will, the masses, right? The retail masses who will come in when Bitcoin is 50, 60K, they will have missed the boat, all right? Okay. Anybody who's watching these videos is not missing the boat, right? Only if you don't make any trading decisions, then you will at some point miss the boat, I guess. But yeah, so this is still the bull trap risk that is still very present, and that's why I want to see 5 waves up and 3 waves down. We're not there yet, okay? But the potential is clearly there. By the way, I need to change here the time chart update, 2 o'clock UTC. Okay. But it could also be it has bottomed. But then again, I need to see the 5 up, 3 down. And the bottom structure would be basically that we say we bottomed, let me think. Well, we bottomed here then yesterday. That would be the bullish case. So we could say, okay, we've got here alternative circle 2 was here at yesterday's low. Yeah, was it actually yesterday? No, it was Monday's low. What would be the structure here? Well, we would say then that we had this structure, A wave down, B wave up, and C wave down. No, it wouldn't be, it would be a WXY. WXY, right? And then we bottomed here. But it's an unfinished structure. Yes, it is in 3 waves, but the last wave down, you would normally expect a 5-wave move, not a 3-wave move. But as a WXY, it's of course valid, which is why I often say don't wait for that last low, because sometimes it just doesn't happen. But when you have an unfinished structure like a WXY, which is not an ideal structure, then you need to see a signal in the other direction first before confirming it, right? Had we seen that additional low, I'd be very happy now, but that's what makes it a little bit difficult and unclear. But technically it's very simple. The trend is up, so I still hold my core position. I'm in my altcoin positions that I bought on the 10th of March, around that area time. I hold my Bitcoin, Ethereum core positions, still a bit of a floating position left, and yeah, I mean, I would have scaled in further had we gone down a bit lower, but that's fine. Got my altcoins, got my grid bot for some altcoins running, and it's again, any pullback lends itself to scaling in. Just sizing accordingly is important here. But yeah, the breakout, I think the message is the breakout is no done deal. Some people might already be leaning towards upside breakout, and the potential is certainly there, but it's not high probability. I think that's how I pointed it out on Discord and Telegram. You have the difference between, yes, the potential is there for a breakout from here anyway, yeah, because we're in an uptrend and we made a pullback, even though it was a weak one. The potential is there, but without a clear signal after an unfinished structure to the downside here, yeah, which isn't ideal. It's very shallow. You need to see a signal like a 1-2 setup, which means 5 waves up off the low and 3 waves down, to get to transform that potential into a high probability setup, basically, right? And we can always, anybody who waited for lower can always look at possibly entering, and I might do the same when we get 5 up and 3 down. All right, that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.